See what's on the screen right there. There we go. Okay. Refresh this because of course that's having issues. And we should be good. Move this over a bit more. Alright. Good connection and looking stellar on Twitch. Alright, we'll take it. I don't even know if anyone's here right now, but if you are, hello, good evening or good morning. Kind of how it always goes with these streams. It's either you're up, either this is morning for you or this is night for you. But because now I'm doing this at 3 in the morning, it's either 3 in the morning for you or it's like 3 p.m. So it's either good midnight or good afternoon. Yes, hello, Heavy Main. Hello, Coroner. You may be wondering, why am I up? That's a great question. I don't know. I do know, but I'm not telling you the reason. I'm not stressed or anything. It's just that I can't sleep. Probably because it's a little warm in the apartments. Also, I may have taken a nap earlier in the day. And typically naps don't screw me over this hard when it comes to sleeping at night. But this one did. So we're just dealing fit. I will not cancel the drawing stream later today. I will do it as delirious as I need to. But I will try to sleep at some point. I'm not going to try to stay up until that point. I will try to go to bed in the next 2.5 hours. Man, this is my brother. Doesn't catch me. He doesn't really care. Either way. Oh boy indeed. So, I'm just here right now. Oh, you can actually see my mouse. Okay, that's nice. Can you actually see? I think you can. Let me check. Yeah, you can see the mouse in it. Sorry to bowl only run. We'll have fun, Heavy Main. That's gonna be no bueno. I wish bows were more viable in the game, but they're not. Alright. So, you may be asking, what are you doing? Why are you playing this game? This is a gacha game. I'm not going to explain anything. You're just going to see the pretty visuals. What's the story? AI has gone too far. Humanity is now at the whim of robots. And we're fighting to do something. Yay. Hello, Dwarftastic. Let's just take the potion. Alright. I need to be 40 for that. So, oh, I know what I can do actually. Not equipment. I need overclock. Did that character have a long neck? Probably. I don't know. I know the one you're talking about. This one? It's probably just because of the collar thing. Yeah. Kind of nice I can actually play this game with controller. You won't be able to see the button layouts, but there is a button layout I have for this game to use controller. Also, let me know how the volume is for the game. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, this is kind of the combat. Nothing too fancy. It's still fun to me, but it's nothing too fancy. I enjoy it for what it is. I don't need... No, I need the other thing. There's one... The reason I picked this game up was just because of one character. And that's it. I was like, if I get the character in the game doesn't interest me at that point, I'll have spent no money, and I can just drop it. But then I found this character, and this character is really fun. So they have a cannon, and they're just using it to bash people, and I really like that. Oh, there's a little collision right there, actually. Or what's it called? What's the word for that? Object collision? No. Don't know. So I actually had a few ideas of what I could have streamed during this little segment. I didn't want to do Genshin. I'm a little burned out on Genshin right now. I almost didn't log in today. I didn't log in yesterday at all, so... God, I love this character so much. She's so good. I love just the bashing of enemies with a cannon, and then having like a sword-like beam come out. Also, her dress is really nice. I like it. Also, I was thinking of just doing some of the drawing during this time, but I was like, no. Because I already had a time set for it, so I was just like, might as well leave it for them. So if people decide to open up their schedule a bit, you know, and I already updated them at that time. Even though it was a bit of a late update when I let people know. What is this game called? Oh, this is Punishing Grey Raven. Can I recommend this game? I'm gonna say... No one asked this, but I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Do I recommend this game? I don't recommend any gacha game. I will not recommend any gacha game. Let's see. Oh, I have enough actually. Okay, let's do this. Overclock. Using a giant cannon just to bond people is something I expect out of a Warriors game, to be honest. Like a Hyrule Warriors kind of game? Or do you mean something else? Okay, how does this compare to my other gun now? Okay, thankfully it's actually better. So this is my computer account. I have an account on my phone where I actually have the banner character, which is let me pull her up real quick. This character right here. Actually, no, I can just go to members. So yeah, this character. She's really cool. And her animations are really cool looking. Just kind of genre of games in general. Okay. Kind of like Dynasty. Oh, Dynasty Warriors, yeah. Yep, Warrior games. Okay, Dynasty Warriors. Okay. Yep. Oh, what could I do? Oh, I could actually do this. Hey there, Chilady. Oh, you actually beat my score. Can I do better at this one? Let me see. Let me see if I can actually do better. So this one will actually let me have time to play as a character. Yeah, this game, I'm not, again, like, I'm almost hesitant to tell anyone any games that I play that are mobile now, because I don't want them to, like, get interested and play them. Oh, I messed that up, actually. Crap. There's a fly just buzzing around me, and I do not know where it came from. I haven't spent jack on this game. Doesn't matter. I don't like telling anyone about this game. Or any gacha game I play. Let's do B. Do another B. Let's do A. Oh. Nope, not enough time. Yeah. Any gacha games, potential for people to spend money on. I don't like that. Oh, what's the new score? Ooh, nice. So my head of... I'm number 1 now. No, I'm number 2. Fuck. All because this person just did the newest map. Ah. This freaking fly. Oh, let's do the other ones, I guess. Really, where did this fly come from? Well, we do have a hole in the wall where things can come through. I don't think a fly came through there, though. I don't think... Eh. Apparently we had a bat come through that wall one time. Come on. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Come on. I hit the wrong one. Crap. That's the one thing I have to get used to with this game. Is just pressing buttons. The right ones. You gonna hit me? Nope. Too soon. Oh, armor's broken. Oh, fly. Shoot fly. To 10,000. Good. Fly, what? Ah. So, yeah, sorry if... Ah. This fucking fly. Seriously. Sorry for not talking too much. It is the middle of the night. Do not want to wake up my brother, so... Yeah. I mean, even by talking, I guess I am. Oh, you didn't go close enough. Oh, I was over that little thing. Alright. Oh yeah, she does apparently get censored in this game, which I find hilarious. No idea what she's saying. But at least she's saying it of heart. Okay, that works. Actually, let me check something. Alright, everything looks okay. Ah. Yeah, apparently this game gets, from what I've seen, it gets a little ridiculous there on of how many teams you need. At least with Genshin, like, you could have, like, a level 1 Kaya, and you can, burst most elemental shields, and this one you need dedicated teams. No, yeah, so, like, she's actually being censored. I don't know what she's saying to get censored. That might be worth looking up, actually. What is she saying to get censored? Ah, yes. I did get Coroner interested in this game. That's why she said, like, I didn't spend Jack on this game. But the character she got, is a character that people put on, like, a bottom of a tier list of characters you should pick to use for your first time going or whatever. And, like, that was, like, the first time I actually saw his gameplay kind of actually being done. His combat's just funny. It's just hilarious to me. Like, it's just so fast. It reminds me of that, like, that dude who's writing things on a whiteboard kind of meme. Like, that's just so fast he's moving all the time when he's shooting his gun. Oh my gosh, this fly, really? This fly is really... I don't know what it wants. It wants me. Yeah, Corner picked up. I like that she picked that character. Bottom of the tier list for what people say you should pick, but she still went with it. And it's just so funny seeing them fight. It's so cool. It's like John Woo. Like, over the top, just action-packed. It's great. Oh crap, I didn't mean to switch characters. This fucking fly, I swear. Alright. Like, he keeps going on my face. Like, why? Why the face? I understand the arms or, like, maybe the legs, but why my face? We gotta restart that. Yeah. Apparently this game is fairly free-to-play friendly. The big thing is, like, you need to get a lot of characters in this game, though, which you're able to do, supposedly. Like, you need a whole bunch of different teams with different elements, and like, oh, like, can get an impact. No. Like, apparently you can get all the characters, or all the S-rank characters in game, which is like a 5-star. The thing is, like, you have to do all your daily missions, your weekly missions, and just even with that, you'll barely be able to get the characters that you need to build teams to do content in this game. Alright, honest question. Can anyone really tell what's going on in this game when, like, I just start swinging? Because I'm losing track of myself right now. Maybe I should turn down the numbers, make them a bit smaller. This has actually been a really good run. This fly's gonna be the death of me. Ooh. E-rank live is really good. It's so weird that they don't. So in this game, they really, really prioritize. Rikku, my brain's running at like 25 affinity, so I already can barely understand what's going on. All right. I wish the here. Let me actually. Okay, fly, fly, fly. Why the face? Why? Okay, I'll turn myself down actually. Then. That's fine. Am I number one now? Look at that. Big Jim's number one on the leaderboard. Yeah. So here's the ranks. B, A, S. B's are like 3 stars. A's are 4 stars. S's are 5 stars. You get 3 B ranks to start off with, and 2 of them are really solid actually. That would be Nominea, and Live. Live is really good for any physical team because she increases physical damage. That's why they'd recommend like you using her because she can lower defense, and then you can use Alpha because she does just mainly physical damage, unlike someone like Kamui, who does split damage of 50% physical, 50% dark. I mean, you can still use Liv on this team because she is a healer. I just, the one thing I don't like is you have 3 healer options at the start. One of them is given to you. 2 of them need to get through Gacha. One of them you can get through a ticket. But, like, this one's mainly electric, so you use her for electric games, it seems like. Or you can just... So here's the thing. She's a healer. You can put her on anything. Doesn't matter. But she'll mainly benefit from, like, an electric team. And her, she's just, like, the purest of healers. But again, she's S rank. That's the problem. Did I really level up? I think I did and just didn't tell me. Yeah, I leveled up. We're gonna try to get to 40, then we're gonna start doing the events, and then we can go through the story a bit. At least with the side stories. A lot of gacha games I don't care about the story. Only ones I've cared for so far is Fate Grand Order. And I guess the other one would be Genshin Impact, but right now it's all stuff in the background that I'm interested in right now. Nothing in the forefront. It's like nothing in the main story. Pain Cage. I absolutely hate doing Pain Cage. Might as well. So I actually did a big fucky wucky here. So I have a fire character, which is... So the character I like to use is the cannon. Yeah, I remember. That was so weird, but it makes sense in Dark Souls why split damage was so bad. Because you're going against 2 different defense types. Yeah, split damage in Dark Souls. Like, you want to make some weapons really good. You really did. But then split damage was a thing, and split damage ruined everything. I've already messed this up. Like, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 dark damage was... Why was dark damage so good? Like, was the scaling just absurd? Like, what made dark good was that no monster, like, resisted it, really? Like, that's something I need to look into, is, like, why... Because I never used dark in my playthrough, and, like, Dark Souls 2 is, like, the game I looked up the least about, because I just stopped caring about the game. Alright, this run's not going any better now. It was for a second. I messed that up. Fuck. Yeah, we'll have to do this. I want to try for a better score. Oh. Ah. Okay, no. We're restarting. He didn't accept my controller inputs for a second. I know most people, like, if they were ever going to spec for something, it's always, like, defense against fire or lightning. But in Dark Souls 2, what was the element they used the... What was the element they used the most? I forget. I'm actually thinking of going back to Dark Souls 2 soon. Actually, like, playing through it. I keep forgetting he does, like, a quick turnaround for that. Come on, I need to be ready for this one. Get this ready. So this boss would be dead right now if it wasn't for its fire resistance. Do I have? Let me check what I have. Yeah, let me check what I have actually. I think I just have the original. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have scholars, I believe. Actually, is there a difference on Dark Souls on Steam? Souls. That's dumb. Okay, no, I don't have Scholars of the First Sin. I'd have to pay $29 for it. Ah. Yeah, we'll see. It's $40 for the game itself, but because I have the original, they gave me $10 off because they still want to make a profit. I'll save the score. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do hell. You know what? I'm just going to do this. And then I'll just suffer later for my actions. Yeah, I want to play Dark Souls 2 again, just to remember why it was shit, because I'm starting to get into that mood of like, maybe it wasn't that bad. Bullshit alpha and you know it. Yeah, that's the character I just thought's name is Alpha. I think this is one of the more annoying bosses I've had to face so far. I guess in any game, when you get to fight big monsters, it's always the humanoid ones that give you the most trouble. I am top 21. I'm not gonna keep that. Yeah, I'm not getting this one. I might get this one. I just have to do it and die, essentially, which is stupid. Let's just do my weekly bounties just to get this over with. Oh, what's day 4? Oh, I'll take free black cards. Oh, what's going on in the dorms? Chores are done. Okay. They can rest up now. Start the game on my Xbox. I do want to give Scholars of the First Sin a shot. I just don't know what kind of build I'd want to do. Because I already know that if Bloodborne ever comes to PC, I'm doing the Moonlight Greatsword. And that's the only game I want to do it for. Why? Because that's the best Souls game. And I want to give the Moonlight Greatsword the greatest shot I can with the best game. Yeah, I've been thinking about going back to Dark Souls 2. And again, not to give it another shot, but just to remind myself why it's so shit. Apparently, upon first release of Dark Souls 2, lightning magic was pretty amazing. But no, apparently we weren't allowed to have nice things in that game. Which I shouldn't be surprised by. Because Dark Souls 2 was just meant to be a bastard's game. Lucia? Why are you cutting this man? Lucia? This man's already down. Lucia? Please stop hurting this man. Lucia, why? Emergency? That was quick. I think there's a lot of things that annoyed me about Dark Souls 2. Oh, what's the novice mission I just finished? Oh no, it's just the reward. Ah, yeah, that could be that would be a problem. I think I only used it in like one area, and that was to get like a sword that I thought looked really cool. That like lets you use magic from it. It was like the blue flame sword or something. So like it went like from a magic melee build. Also, I didn't realize that like the cap you should put like no the level you should raise your like agility to, I think it was, whatever the stat was called that affected your rolling frames, was supposed to be at 40, not 20. I think people found out like they well no, the soft cap is 39. Why do people say no? I think people said 20 was just enough. But I could have swore the videos back and says like, oh no, hard cap's at 20, but apparently now it's at 39. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. I don't mind if people say that they like Dark Souls 2. My problem is when they rank it as anything but the lowest tier. Yeah. Again, like, you can have fun in Dark Souls 2. Like, that's not a problem. It's just that there's some people who try to give it more credit than it actually deserves. And say that agility stat is fine at 20 for me. Apparently 39 or something is around like where you get like the soft cap. Soft cap is like at I think 60 or something, 60 or 70. Oh, elemental damage is increased. Like, if someone were to come up to me and say, hey, I think Dark Souls 3 is the best, I'd be like, hey, you know, it has some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Or if, like, they came at me and was like, Dark Souls 1 is, like, the best Souls game. It's like, probably, maybe. Someone came up to me and said, Bloodborne's the best one. It's like, yeah, no, it's pretty good. Yeah, to me, no, I think it, even Demon Souls with all of its jank, I think did a lot better as in terms of a Souls game than Dark Souls 2. Because Demon Souls was just its own thing. It didn't try to do the whole thing of like, oh, we're a tough game for tough gamers. I think the thing that turns me off the most is that whole introductory scene with like those old ladies. It's just like you don't like, because I don't know. Here's a little fun fact. Dark Souls 2 was made by the B team. So they probably didn't know what they were doing. And I'm going to give them that shit and say they didn't know what they're doing, even if it is really insulting. They didn't know what they were doing. I believe at the time, the A team was working on Dark Souls 1. Or not Dark Souls, Bloodborne. Demon Souls, you can definitely tell it's the first game. Like, it has, like, I know one of people's biggest issues with Dark Souls 2 is, like, the infinite healing you can have with, like, Demon Souls. But Like, I need to sit down and just, like, narrow my thoughts. Like, why do I tolerate Demon Souls more than Dark Souls 2? Like, why do I find Dark Souls 2 fun? Or, not Dark Souls 2. Demon Souls fun, and why do I look at Dark Souls 2 and think it's dumpster fire? I don't remember hearing about that, but again, like, I just know that the B team took over for the game. So maybe director got changed halfway through. I'd believe it. I'd believe a lot of things went wrong with this game. If anything, I'll only give shit to the leads of Dark Souls 2, not to the programmers or anything like that. But definitely the leads who thought these, like the directors and all of that, the main planners. I'll definitely give them shit. But to, like, just the programmers and all that, no. They did their job. They worked, they did their job. They listened, they programmed. So now we can actually start doing the missions. Alright, what is the story? Because I've actually not looked at this. Alright. It's been a while since I last came here. What is this place, Diana? During the early outbreak of the punishing virus, was once very prosperous due to its geographical advantages. It absorbed many inland cities and formed a commonwealth. This place is part of the Northeast Commonwealth, and one of the birthplaces of Forest Guard. Yeah. I think the other thing that makes healing a lot, especially life gems in Dark Souls 2, so great or powerful, is that you can walk while healing. It's a slow walk, but you'd be surprised how much that slow walk can actually get you around danger. Demon Souls 1, you still have to stand still when you eat the herbs. So I think that's what makes it a little more balanced. Like, yeah, you can heal a whole lot and have infinite healing, but you're still stuck still. Oh, this guy's just charging me. I'm very close to a level up. Oh boy. Turn. Do this one. But yeah. No. One day, I'll do Dark Souls 2. And then hopefully, as we go through the game, I'll be able to go over my feelings more. And then hopefully, after that, soonish after, maybe not at all, I will be able to do Demon Souls. I'm going to tell you that Bloodborne is a wonderful game, but I would say it shouldn't be the reason you buy it. I will sing the praises of Bloodborne back and forth, but I should say that you should have more than just that game to buy it. Unless you also want a Blu-ray player. But if there's a few other games you want to play on PS4, I'd say go for it. But if all you want is Bloodborne, wait until the potential re-releases that they may do, potentially in the future. Yeah, as I think you're able to tell, I am like my uncle. I'm like all the Souls game. Okay. If you can find it somehow, and if it doesn't cost more than a regular PS4, um, actually, I forget. But if you can find because I don't know if PS4s are backwards compatible or not. But if you're able to find a PS4 that's also able to play PS3 games, I'd say do it. Because then you can play Demon Souls and a lot of other games on there as well. So yeah, if you can somehow find a PS4 that's backwards compatible with PS3, do it. And if the PS4 is naturally backwards compatible to PS3, I say it'd be worth it. Because then you get to do 2 games for 1. Ah, this fly. Fly. Why? Alright. Yeah. If that's your reason you have me, go for it. Just for me, I like to be a little I like to be I like to attempt to be frugal. I like to attempt to be frugal. Oh, you're in here. Yeah. Yeah, like if you're gonna buy it to play for friends and family, I'd say it's worth it. because that'll give you plenty of hours to justify having a PS4. But then again, okay, let's clear the air real quick. Okay, serious talk. Now, I know that the PS5 isn't real, but if Sony were to somehow make the PS5 real, maybe you want to wait for that so you can play PS5 games and PS4 games, because I think the PS5 is backwards compatible. But again, that would rely Sony on making the console real, and not a figment of our imaginations that we all spontaneously thought was real. PS5's a myth, I would know. Listen, I've seen it enough. I've seen it out in the wild, and people claiming they've seen it too. It's like Bigfoot, except we actually have 4K images of it. Are they real? Who knows? But at least they're in high definition. Also, hello, Mythic Mood. Good morning. Hold the line. I'm good at this. It's on tinfoil hat. Now listen, alright? If it sits like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, and it barks like a duck, it is a duck, alright? I've seen enough PS5s, at least in video. I've never seen one in person. So again, I cannot say it's real, but I've seen enough video footage to say maybe, just maybe, they actually do exist in limited quantities. Like at least there's 10 of them. Also, I didn't realize Restream was going to actually change the color of the text to what you put it as. That's nice. Nah, bro, it's like Santa, they lied to us. But Santa said he was going to bring me a PS5. Yes. If PS5s, are a thing, maybe Heavy Main, maybe you just want to wait until they, actually put them in the store shelves and sell them to the public. But I'm just saying, hypothetically, if PS5s are real. Don't want you to know that either. Santa's a lot of things. I mean, hell, it's the same thing as Slash. People think Slash is real too. From the band Guns N' Roses. And it's really just your parents dressing up as Slash, going to all these different concerts. Touché. It actually went really well. If you couldn't tell already, Rikku, I'm the type of Soul Slayer to join the Warriors of Sunlight, or the game's equivalent to... Warriors of Sunlight are cool, though. All because of Solaire, too. But yeah. No, I feel ya. Let's see. What can I get from the shop, actually? Oh, Claim the mission rewards first, actually. Nothing too good. Nothing besides these, actually. These are probably what, and also this, actually. I'm gonna hold off for the next 27 days, it looks like. It's 5 a.m. for me. It's 4 a.m. for me. I tried to sleep earlier, but that didn't work out. Same. Same Mythic Moon. Yep. Dark Moon Talisman. Oh boy. Heavy main. You've committed a fucky wucky. An oopsie doopsie. I love Insomnia. I I used to have insomnia. It was not insomnia. I just had a tough time with sleeping. I'm not gonna say I had insomnia. But for a while I had, it was like a good month or two where I just couldn't go to bed no matter what I did. And that was no fun. I think it was stress that caused me to not sleep those months. That was a while ago. I'm trying to remember why though. What made specifically stress? Ow, my stomach. Let's promote you. Ah, yeah, that's right. We don't want that. Let's see. We'll do this, though, because we actually do need you higher. No, it's good for you. Not nice person. Yep, that'll do it. Sorry to hear about that. And they're only doing because my... Ah, that's... Fuck them. You shouldn't be used to that. You shouldn't. That should not be a thing. Uh, uh. Alright, let's beat up this crap thing. I can still see my mouse. I should probably level my other characters at this point, but I don't know what I'm doing. Also, Yes, story, story, story. I love the story. Man, this character is just destroying this crab. Ugh. It's having an open beta my birthday weekend. Ooh. Oh yeah, you were talking about that before. Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember. Well, I hope you have fun with Back for Blood. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm not going to pre-order it though, but I'm excited to see where the game goes for update-wise as it starts to get more features and more gameplay mechanics. Oh, the closed beta was last week. Okay. Oh, oh, heavy man. How do I say this? If okay, so from my experience, there isn't really. Okay, okay. Dark Souls One Remastered, if I remember correctly, has more problems than the original game on PC, which already had enough problems as is, which is interesting. But I think on Steam you can only get the remastered version. No, no, no. I think they're gonna stop selling Dark Souls One, the original, Prepare to Die edition, uh, in like September or October. I forget which one. No, 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 that was no, no. I remember now. Okay, no, no, that's the thing. No, forget what I said. Forget what I said. But if you can get Dark Souls One, Prepare to Die edition, apparently that's the one you should get. But if your only option is remastered, it works. Just know that apparently there's a few issues with it. I'd recommend Googling it, looking it up. But I know from what I've seen, various people talking about it, and not game journalists, but like people who've played like the Soul series a lot, they said that like there's like a certain element of weirdness to it. It might have been patched already. It might have been already fixed. But I know that I want to play Prepare to Die edition. Well, if you have a maybe good reason to buy it, then I'm not going to stop you. Go for it then. Like, if you're going to play with friends, any bad game can be enhanced by playing it with other people. Co-op always saves the game, except if it's a really bad game and multiplayer doesn't work at all or co-op at all, which is a funny thing to think about. But I'm too casual for those games. You'd be surprised how easy the game can be. It's just that if you try to go in blind, um, and blind, I mean like the options that are available to you. Like you don't even know bosses, but just the options. You'd like the Souls games have plenty of options for you can't get past the Abyssal Demon. Now I have to ask this. Did you try fighting with the broken sword? Or with the equipment your character is supposed to start with? Like if you start with a bandit, you get the battle axe. The only reason I ask this is because I know I would have gotten stuck there if I didn't know there was a door on the left. Okay. Other streamer I know, also the streamer streaming blind. Ah, well, I mean, if the game's cheap, I'm not gonna stop. Like, Yeah, it'd probably be worth it. Unless you already have Dark Souls 1, then it's just kind of like, maybe not worth it. Wait, no, you knew about the... Okay. Eh. Then at that point, it's just getting used to the combat. I think Abyssal Demon is a good starting boss. Also, the other thing is the hitboxes are a little weird. Yeah. I will say this. Uh, yeah, I can understand. Oh, you could also try different builds, I guess. Like there's the Pyromancer that throws fire. Bloodborne, forget about it. Okay, I will say that Bloodborne's really hard. Like, I love Father Gascoigne because of how insanely difficult he is for any person who just decided to pick up a Souls game for the first time, and even for people who've played Dark Souls or any Souls games before. Like, I love how hard he is, but I also understand, like, yeah, no, like, you better be ready for some frustration. Because I remember playing Bloodborne recently after not playing a Souls games for a while, and it took me a while to get back into the groove of Souls. Then it took me even longer to get into the flow of Bloodborne's mechanics. Ooh, but it's so rewarding. There was two walls I hit in that game. One is Gascoigne, the other was the king in Caymanhurst Castle. Father Gascoigne. I think the best part is I don't think there's another fight as hard as Gascoigne for a good while in that game. Like, the difficulty drops off as after Gascoigne, but I know after a certain bit it like spikes back up again. Oh, Orphan of Kos, yep. I believe he is the hardest boss in the Souls game. No, there's a couple of them, but I think even then, Orphan of Kos is one of them. The lore behind Father or Orphan of Kos is really metal. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, what video was I watching where it was like describing horribly, like inaccurately, that boss, and it's just like, you think I'm joking about this part. You think, because the rest of the video has been haha, me explaining poorly what happened here. No, this is what actually happened. This is fucked. Hello there, Halder. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no. Orphan of Kos is metal. The difficulty drops. Insert me who's trying to speedrun Crow's Grandma Quest. I kill that one in the cathedral. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm doing good. How about you? Please reply. I already did. I'm fine too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Orphan of Chaos is really cool. Also, the place he's in is just really nice. I love your gameplay. Didn't you just call me a noob? And you're not wrong. I'm not good at this game. Maybe it's because of how bad I am you like it. The lore is messed up. That fishing town's just messed up. Everything about that DLC is messed up. And it's great. No, no. My mistake. Yeah, that whole town's fucked. That whole DLC's fucked. But guess what? It's a Cthulhu. Everything about Bloodborne is, let's face it, is messed up. Yes, you're right. And that's what makes it great. You are pro. Halder, I don't like liars. Don't ever lie in my chat again. Also, you love me? Get in line. There's like 2 people ahead of you in that. No, it's 5. You're like 6 in line. Oh my gosh, Ludwig. Ludwig is the other wall. I think I did him low leveled. That was the problem. I did a lot of things low leveled in that game. All because I was impatient. Well, it's used to... Well, it's based on HP Lovecraft lore. Yeah, which was already spicy, as people would say. What's your name? My name is Mtashed. Where's Coroner? If Coroner's not... No, Coroner probably passed out already. But if she heard that... Hey, Mtashed here. Babe, love you. Mtashed. Babe, love you. Listen, alright? A lot of people say they love me, but they can't handle it. They can't handle all this man. I don't know. Gonna say right now, this might be Pivot's alternate account. He doesn't want to be embarrassed. Mtashed. Mtashed Coroner. But I'm gonna say this is an alt account for Pivots. Just so we can be more open. And he's like, I gotta type things bad so Rikku doesn't suspect me. I gotta say, babe, love you. Because you'd never expect me to say it. Never. Not me. I'd never. This is streaming at 5 a.m. It really is. It's whatever. Anything can happen at this point. Also, it might be 5 p.m. for them. Who knows? Just a little light afternoon flirting, as the French would do. Actually getting a night's sleep. I don't know how this morning's gonna go. I'm starting to feel more awake now, which is not a good thing. Good luck for your next stream. I think it'll go well enough. Yeah. I'm not. The best Rikku content comes from whatever random thing sparks my interest at the time. Or no. Well, no, it's just something happens, something random happens, and we just roll with it. That's kind of how it goes. I forget what stream recently did that. I don't think there's been a stream like that recently. Yeah, it's usually just rolling with it. 12-hour stream was special because of how well the cleaning the bathtub actually went. And how people didn't actually mind it. Because, you usually put this on in the background. And during that whole thing, I was actually talking, explaining what I was doing. Let me see what's... No. I guess the drawing stream was pretty good, yes. No. Last Monday, I think it was. Last Monday or Tuesday. When I did the parody of Expert's Village, how to pick up girls at a bar and developing your own flirting style. If you don't know, it's the video of the dude going like being... No. The advice he gave, he worded everything poorly. What he was the advice he was giving, I'd have to rewatch the video. It's only like 3 minutes. But him being like, be creative, go with the joke or whatever, if you have a gimmick, kind of roll with it. It wasn't like those weren't bad pieces of advice because you start a conversation, let out your sense of humor. Like it lets out of a lot of it really shows your personality if you do things like that. Then again, and like that's kind of the thing he was talking about, making your own style. But just the way he said things, how he worded them, also just how he said them in general was awkward and weird. Like I think if he toned down some of examples, it would have been great because, again, no. For those of you who don't know, I was a Lyft/Uber driver, and I live in a college town, so I had to drive around a lot of college kids. And like you kind of see who was actually going to get along with the person they met at the bar, and who was probably going to get kicked out the moment they got back to their apartment and left to freeze overnight. Mainly guys, because guys, they're the ones trying, and usually they're the ones that are failing. And usually if they failed, it probably meant they were a piece of shit. I always remember the one, there's like this guy, he was like with 5 girls, and he was so drunk, and he got to the front seat right next to me, and he was just like, he was acting like king of the world, like giving me so much attitude and lip and calling me stupid or whatever. And like whenever I look at the girls to the back, they looked ashamed to be with him, and like they're just like, please don't give us a bad review on the app, because you can rate the customers as well. And the lower the rating, like the less likely drivers are going to pick them up. And that's kind of an important thing where you don't want to take the bus and you don't have your own car, where it's like, oh, you want to be able to get a ride and you want to be able to get it as quickly as possible. Well, if you have a low rating, you might get shuffled around by the other drivers a bunch of times. I never did that. I should have. Where it's like, I would never. No, no. I think I only broke this rule twice. But who's up for a story right now that might get a little? No, no. Yeah, who's up for a story? Who wants to hear a story? I don't think I'll be able to play the game and tell the story because I'm going to get distracted. All right. So, there is a couple of what's the word? It's like these little designated areas where there's a whole bunch of college dorms, but like they're apartments and like they're just like houses essentially. And like it's usually college kids that live there. They're like apartments, but like they're also houses. And there's a couple of them around the campus. One night I get called to one of them. This night was just like any other ordinary night where I hated the customers, but I met a lot of good people, so I'm like, tonight's an alright night. Go to pick up the guy. And the guy gets in the front seat and he goes, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I go, "Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?" He's like, "Oh, doing pretty good." And like I go, is this you waiting for anyone else?" He's like, "Oh, just a couple of our guys." Now, all right. So my car is only able to hold 5 people. That includes myself and 4 other people. So only 5 people. So that means there can only be 4 other passengers in the car. And all of them must have a seatbelt. Now you might be wondering, why is this important? So, a thing about Lyft specifically is that if you have any tickets or any write-ups, no, and yeah, any tickets or any accident you cause, you are no longer allowed to drive for Lyft. So let's say someone didn't want to wear their seatbelts, which no, that's not a good example because some states don't have it. Let's say uh I had 6 people in the car. Cop pulls me over, gives me a ticket and says you can't do that, and I get ran up and I have to pay the fine. I can no longer drive for Lyft. A lot of people want to break this rule. And I was always frustrated when in the apps you're given, the apps you download, there's an option to allow you to have more than 5 people. Or more than 4 people technically. But allow you to bring more than just 4 people. It's like be called like Uber XL or Lyft XL for these bigger cars to take you and your group. But for some reason, people would keep ordering the normal lifts and then they get upset with me. And it's just like, and then usually I just explain to them, like, no, go into your app, get Lyft or Uber XL, specifically ask for that, and you shouldn't have a problem. So the guy comes in and like 3 other guys come out. They all get in the car and it's like, oh, okay. And like they're talking about something, it's like they're thinking about leaving someone behind. And like it sounds like they've actually already decided to do this. Like I put the car in drive, about to roll up. And then like apparently they're like, oh wait, stop. And this dude comes in. Now this dude, we're gonna call him John. John was gonna be the thing that really pushed me over the edge with Lyft and Uber. So John came in and I'm just like, whoa, guys, I can only take 4 of you. Like, I can't take all 5 of you. And, all of a sudden, the back seat starts erupting where John is. And, like, the guy up front is just like, hey, man, can you just take us to the bar? He, like, this guy up front to me. Let's call him Grant. Grant was nice, level-headed, and, like, he was the one, like, really tried to, like, negotiate with me. He's like, hey man, I know this is rough, but just, you just drive us all down there. And now you know the rule that I do, where if I get a ticket or I get pulled over, I'm done. I can't. This is my only job at this point. Is Lyft. Is driving people around. I'm just like, I'm sorry, like I can't do this. And he's like, and like John, it's like this Grant is talking to me like, going like, yeah, I know, but like it's only a quick drive. I just think the police will over, so we'll behave ourselves. We'll try to make it look for people. And it's kind of like warming up to this, like, might as well get this over with. The people in the back are kind of getting antsy. John goes up right to my head and goes, listen, man. I will personally give you 5 stars for this ride if you take us down to the bars tonight. John was the one who ordered the ride. And and the dude up front was like, dude, you're not even the one who ordered the ride. I'm the one giving the stars. And like people in the back start yelling angrily. And like, I forget what John said, but he kept giving me lip, and I was like, all right, like, fine, we're going, whatever. And here's what happened on the ride over. This was only a 7-minute ride, but I wish I was pulled over that night. I really wish I was. Because I knew that guy would have gone to a fight with the cop. And I would have said, so, okay, no, let me give you a little context. Let me just keep going the story. So this guy, now I'm gonna say this. The people who were driving, they had an accent, and they were not white. Why does this matter? Well, let's go on to the next part. So, I was driving with these people. Like, dude up front was like, it's like, hey, how you doing, man? I hear in the back that this guy, the John, I believe I called him, he's pointing at me, and he's saying, I'm going to kill, and then inserts the racial slur used towards black people. And he kept saying this multiple times over. And he's getting very heated. Like, it was like a chant to this guy. Like, he kept saying, I'm going to kill. Insert the slur right there. As he's pointing at me. And then he goes into the language. I don't know what language they're speaking. I do not know. But like he kept saying this whole night, and then as soon as they dropped him off, like he gave me the lip, like, thanks for nothing. And I remember that night, I had to pull on the side of the road and just sit there for 30 minutes because I was just so livid. And I think that's the first time after like a year and a half of driving people around that I wrote an immediate report to Lyft telling them that this person, like, I didn't care if it was his friend or me. Like, I told him, like, this person shouldn't be on this platform. This person just, like, was just super agitated, just seemed like he'd go ballistic over anything. And I remember I actually got a call from a representative. It was like, listen, we're looking into this. I'm sorry this happened to you. By the looks of it, this guy, even though it wasn't him, but his friend, will no longer be allowed to use Lyft. But yeah. I remember that night, like, I got super heated because I didn't want to fight anyone. But yeah. Oh my gosh. And then there was this other ride where kind of the same thing happened. There's too many people. This guy was like, I told him, like, I can't do it. I'm going to get a ticket or whatever. I won't be able to drive for Lyft anymore. It's like the guy was understanding enough, but he was like, oh, we'll just order another one. You guys take this one. So let me just skip. So they were chill during the ride, but as soon as we got there to the bars, the guy, the guy who looked so pissy, got out of the car, flipped me off. I lowered the window and I was like, "You got something to say, bud?" And he was like, "Do you?" You know, trying to act all tough. And he was ready for a fight. And I wish I got out of the car and beat him with a baseball bat. But I was like, nope, nope. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to deal with the cops. No matter how much I want to spill this dude's blood on the sidewalk. I should not fight this guy right now. I need to make money. This guy can go fuck himself. There's so many times. Like, during the later quarter of my time driving for Lyft and Uber were some of the worst rides I ever gave. There's just so many people that it's just like, I wish I could beat them. But it's just not worth it. And the worst thing is, like, there's always people telling us, like, you were the bigger man. You never feel better afterwards. You just don't. Because they got away with it scot-free. They were just able to do whatever they want. Like, it's just what, like... And that's life. That's just how it is. So, yeah. Like, I just remember, like, there was a scene from Gravity Falls where Dipper learns the secret of, like, a rich family in, from the show. I'll be the first to say being the bigger man is bullshit. It really is. All I can say is that I hope those guys caused a ruckus at the bars and got handled by the cops. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, being the bigger... Like, that's the thing that Dipper says in Gravity Falls, like, forget being the bigger man. And, like, he shares this horrible family secret with the family, and, like, they're devastated, and he goes, man, that feels so good. I'm sitting there going, I was like, yeah, that's reality right there. Very rarely will being the bigger man, quote unquote, be the optimal choice. See, okay, no. Being the bigger man, I think people over the years have made it to be, oh, be a submissive bitch. No. You do not have to go down to their level. Instead, you make them face the immediate consequences of their actions. So it's like a Karen asking for a manager. And you go, okay, I'll go get the manager. You walk back and you come back out front and go, hello, ma'am, how can I help you? That's being the bigger person because you did what you wanted. You went back and you got the manager, and guess what? You were the manager. That's being the bigger person. You waste their time just like they're wasting yours. I don't think about being a bigger man. I question whether or not I want to go to jail. Yeah, that is true. That's the big question. But there'll always be ways to be cheeky little brats, people. Always remember that. You can have your cake and eat it too. Always remember that. Just have to think outside the box a little bit. Just, okay, no, I also need to say this. Just never go to Reddit for, like, top comebacks or whatever. No. Actually do something. Don't do those comeback things. There's a great video. It's like 15 seconds of, like, someone using some comeback that they got from Reddit. All results of them is getting thrown in the locker. No. It starts off the boy saying, I want your lunch money. Person then proceeds to use some Reddit comeback. Bully goes, alright, not only am I going to take your lunch money, I'm going to dunk your head in a toilet and shove you in a locker. And he goes, "Thanks, Reddit." And then some happy 80s family sitcom music plays and then gets dragged away. I'll probably have to delete this VOD afterwards with some of the things we talked about tonight. I'll probably have to delete the VOD on both Twitch and YouTube. Then again, Twitch can just always look up when I said these things, so it's not like it matters. No, Mythic Moon, I brought them up. But if I get banned off of Twitch for stating how I felt after being harassed and being called these slurs, even though I am not the designated recipient of the slurs, it's still slurs being said at me. I mean, that's just Twitch being Twitch at that point. YouTube, it's the whole automated thing. People have to look into that. I don't know how they'd feel. They'd probably say, hey, probably don't do this again. Because again, I know Twitch is trying to be more progressive, but it always feels like when they try to be, they really suck at it. Like, I feel that sometimes that people give YouTube's AI algorithm viewing learning machine a lot of shit, but it's a machine. So it doesn't pick up on the nuances. They're not going to censor me, lol. But I will say that sometimes with Twitch's decisions when it comes to these sensitive matters, they like to victim blame more often than not. Oh, you were under horrible stress from being harassed and essentially berated online, and you just got a little heated. Looks like you're up for a 3-day ban. Oh, another Uber. Yeah. There's one thing, though, that I learned. Like, if you don't follow me on Twitter, be sure to do so. Because recently I shared a video from a creator that I liked a lot back in the day. Sometimes I keep up with some of the things he does. It's Stuttering Craig from Screw Attack. Again, mainly followed him in when he had his website. Kind of follow him once in a while on his own personal YouTube channel. But anyways, he shared a video with a lot of the things that he's done throughout his life. A lot of his careers he had before he made the website, and even some after. And I do think the note he left on is pretty good. That, like, there's two really good notes. First off, what he really became well known for, and like where he felt like he started to become himself and like achieve the things he wanted to achieve. It wasn't until his 30s, like mid 30s or whatever. And that second off, a lot of the jobs we had, they'll teach you something. So Uber and Lyft, I was way too accommodating, I'm gonna say, of really shitty things happening. So like these drunk people kind of like belittling me and all that. Like this all happened like a good 5 or 6 months before I debuted. And so from that experience of like being away from the job long enough, I learned like, yeah, no, I can't let this happen. I actually have to look out for my own self-interest in these cases. It's like, yeah, I understand that, like, the customer's always right. We all know that's bullshit. But it's like, no, if things like this happen, I literally just have to tell people to fuck off, and they can go, bother someone else. I don't have to deal with this. Because before I was like, oh, okay, I'll deal with it, because it's my job. Lyft kind of helped me to learn not to do that. Funny thing is, my dad can kick people out of his cat. That's the thing, is I can do that too, but it's just like getting to a fight with a drunk person just scared me. But like at this point, like I've learned that like pepper spray is very effective, and if they were to cause any damages to my car, they'd have to pony up the money. I'd be more than, because here's the thing, is like, because it's a college town, and because the police know how rambunctious a lot of people can get when they're drunk, especially the younger people, they just look at it as like, yeah, this guy probably caused that damage. Like, this is yeah, we'll probably have to do some paperwork and everything, and there's a question, but more than likely, they already know, yeah, this person's the one who broke your car. And this is the reason why you pepper spray them, because they're being drunk and they're aggressive. Like, after watching that video, I started thinking, like, what has my other jobs taught me, even the ones that are extremely shitty? And it's just like, no, I did learn something. I could hate my time there, but I did learn something. Like, whether I'm not willing to tolerate some bullshit, or like, this is just something I'm not willing to do. Like, things like that. And then even things of like it even started reminding me of other things in my job. Like, after I took my nap that prevented me to sleep right now, I was reminded of my social media job at the college I first went to. I was a social media manager for a club. It didn't do too well. Not the club itself. Well, social media did its job enough, but it's just like we weren't really a group that like really incentivized people to come in. But we let people know. I remember my boss. At first, I thought what she said was pretty weird, but it made now I'm actually creating stuff, and now that I'm almost a year since I debuted, her words are starting to ring a little more true in my ears. So I wasn't the first social media person for this group. There's someone else before me, and like when I took over his position, he was like, I was kind of shouting at him for a week. He's like, this is what you normally do. And he really didn't do much because this was a new thing for the group. And he said, yeah, so Rikku, the one thing the boss keeps asking me is like, what's your vision for this? What's your vision for this social media? And like the dude didn't have anything, but like apparently she'd bring up ideas that hell, even the middle schools were doing, where like they had a weekly recap of what's going on. And like at that time I was like, what do you mean? I just have to post things that are going on. But like, if I were to go back to that job now, I think, yeah, I'd probably do a lot of things differently than what I did originally, instead of just being like, just post a few things and whatever, sometimes be creative. It was like, hey, what do I want to do for this channel? And it's just like, well, I kind of want to just throw up some shit posts at times. Like, that's about it. And it's like, okay, what do you want to do then? It's like, well, there's that sandwich video I keep promising to people, and then there's the like sometimes I'm playing a game and it's just like maybe I want to record myself and then just talk over the game about anything, and it's just like, well, I can kind of do whatever. And the reason that was brought up is because of Certain Craig's video where he talks about we can kind of do whatever we want. And that sometimes what we do right now doesn't make much sense. Like even some of these shitty jobs we had in the past, when we look back at that, and it's like, yeah, I learned a few good things. First of all, fuck that job. That's always going to be the most important one. But second of all, it's like, yeah, I don't like to do this thing, or like, yeah, I'm not going to tolerate shit from that. and that some of his old jobs taught him, like, I kind of like that my job did this. I want to put this into the website I'm going to make in the future called Screw Attack. Or like what made this so successful and all of that, or like what this did poorly, whatever. I love when yeah, like most jobs, you don't need to be deep. But I am thankful, Mythic Moon, that my job as social media manager of that one club at the one college did ask that, because now I can ask that question when I believe it's more relevant to me. It just took me a year being a VTuber to have that question be brought up to my head again of what is my vision? What is my vision for this? So while it might be the PR bullshit that HR tries to go through, it's still valid, just not in that circumstance, though. Because now, that question, which does fall along these lines, actually, even if it does feel like, I have a cork board and I have the red string going along the whole cork board, like these are connected. No matter how much it may seem like, or how much I actually am trying to like piece these two threads together, I do feel that there's some connection, because social media, you're doing online to get people to be interested in the club, also update them, for the people who do follow, kind of like in this challenge, entertain the people who do come to watch, or just give them something to listen to while they have something going on, and potentially interest people who come into the channel to stay and watch what I do. Like, I'd say I even learned a very valuable lesson at McDonald's. Like, I think what I learned there was very valuable. Good night, Rikku. Chances are that I'll also today's stream, so that goes well. Thank you, Heavy Main. Have a good night. Rest well. Like at the McDonald's I worked at, there was a manager there who's worked there for a long time, and he was really good at his job. He was really nice. He was really courteous. Miss God, my brain is dead. And this guy, I feel bad for him. Like, I remember the last few weeks I was there were some of the roughest I've seen. I'll go on them just a second, but like, no, actually go on them right now. So, what happened is, this manager, for whatever reason, people would keep threatening to call the cops on him for like giving them bad service or whatever. And I remember one night it got so. What happened was there's this guy who was picking up food for like DoorDash or whatever, and like it was a 2-man job for whatever reason. Like he brought his buddy with him. The guy comes in, and the store goes, "Hey, can you please put on a mask?" He's like, and he just starts arguing. He's like, "No, I can't. No, I'm not gonna put on a mask because I'm being disrespected right now." And this is when I was on lunch, and I was I could see and hear the whole conversation. You want to know what the whole conversation was before he like got the manager and started saying that stuff? Hello, welcome to McDonald's. I was like, oh, could you please put on a mask? That was a conversation. But this man acted like he was he was being insulted. But yeah, this manager, again, you can already guess what happens. Guy threatens to call the cops on him or whatever, and then, like, we get a phone call, and like someone says they got the wrong order, and it's like, do you have the receipts? Like, no, I don't have the right receipts. And then this dude on the phone threatens to call the cops on them for some reason. And I'm just looking, it's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to work in fast food. And I only worked there for like 2 months, I think. And all I did was wrap the sandwiches. But even like looking at that, I was like, yeah, no, I'd just rather not work here. I love monkey. Monkeys are... I don't like monkeys too much, actually. They're too much a wild card in my perspective. Yes, Alfie, how are you doing? Monkey superior? You want Alfie? I appreciate you didn't sugarcoat it. You came in, stated your agenda, and you're like, yeah, that's cool, but fuck you. I appreciate that. Also, let me do something real quick. Ah, yes, there's that person. You got this, have a good morning. Now, Corner, don't worry. Despite me talking about all this stuff, I am more than fine. It's simply reflecting and using it to motivate myself to go into the future, because I'm a forward-thinking man, don't you know? Also, I'm trying... How do I get rid of this... How does he... Okay, doing good, but still wants to die, kind of. Oof. Well, hopefully you feel better. Hopefully things get better. And hopefully, you know, if things are stressful, you get some time to relax soon. Yeah. Have a good morning, Corner. Don't you worry. I am more than fine. Because all these different experiences, I'm thinking will actually help me to actually push out good content this next coming year. I mean, not that I haven't already done that. I mean, have you seen the 12-hour live stream? You haven't, because I got rid of it on YouTube. Okay. So that person that came in earlier, I just got rid of all their messages, and I think I banned them from this channel. Well, you seem chill sub. Thank you. I don't know if I'm that chill. It's just that it's like really early for me. But I mean, subscribe for like a week or two. And if you don't like what you see, unsubscribe. That's all I can really say. But I do appreciate that your first impressions of me are positive. Like, I can't even go to my typical bullshit right now. Why? It's like 4 in the morning. It's 5 in the morning. The last time I looked at the clock, it was 4. And now it's 5. It's literally been an hour. And it felt like it's only been like 15 minutes of me rambling on about those other jobs. Bruh. What? That I said that You don't have a commitment. Like, it's just the truth. If you don't like what I do, you know, you can unsub. If you like what I do, you can stay subscribed. I would never want to hold anyone down here on this channel. Plus, you do also have really good choices of Niju, Sanji, and Hololive to consider. Also, other indie VTubers. Like, bruh. What, am I not allowed to advertise the competition? No, Rikku, you can't do that. You can't just do that, Rikku. Looks like I'm still able to do my typical bullshit. Even if it is 5 in the morning. In like an hour, I'll be able to be as loud as I want. Because my brother will wake up and he'll be already at work at that time. Get some self-esteem. No! I know what I'm doing I like. But I know other people have their other preferences. It's as simple as that. Also, anyone who's still in the chat that's known me long enough, like, I don't think I'm lacking in self-confidence. I think I've let my bullshit speak enough for myself. Like, Mythic Moon, I think you know at this point. I am very sure of myself at this point. Brawling me when saying the honest truth. Lamau. There we go. I will say, though, in today's Wednesday, 2 weeks from now, we'll be celebrating 1 year anniversary of me debuting. Hopefully we'll have some good stuff going on there. Gotta get some things planned out. I'm gonna tweet about that on Twitter. We're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, hopefully I'll get a few good things going on there. Do I know what's gonna get lined up for it? Not exactly. But I do have 2 weeks to get it ready. I wanted to originally do it for next week, but it just looks like it'll be better to do it in 2 weeks instead of just giving myself only 1 week to do it. So yeah, that'll be fun. No model update, but they'll be fun in games. Oh. Ooh, I already have a lot of this. Try. Alright. I think I'm going to try to at least nap for 2 hours before stream starts. If I could do more, that'd be great. I don't think I'm going to be able to nap for much. There we go. Alright. Wonder if I've done anything else. Oh, I can finally do these actually. So I can get A rank live. That's right. A rank live. How much do I need to get A rank live actually? 30? Yes, I need 30. That might be worth it actually to do. Because I do need more than one healer. I think I have another one of these cannons, if I remember correctly. I have 3 cannons. So for some reason I get S rank live. That can go on her. Let's see. I need to do that a lot more times. Do that. I think this might be my last set that I do for tonight. I wonder if I'll actually get any sleep before stream. Oh boy, this will be fun. And I think that's all I can do with... Yeah. So I can fight the boss right now if I wanted to, but we'll leave that for another time. Let's see, that goes until September 1st, so I only have 21 days to get enough cards. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Alright. I think that will be it. Alright, everyone. I'm going to head out for the night. Well, not for the night, but I'm going to head out. And I'll be back in like 6 hours. So yeah, I'll be doing more drawing today. And hope to see you guys later. So, everyone, have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.